Hola clase, buenos días y feliz lunes. Hoy es el 31 de agosto de 2020. Hoy tenemos una reunión en Google Meets. We have a meeting on Google Meets. First hour at 8:30, second hour at 9:15. They will run no longer than 30 minutes. Y también ustedes van a entregar el trabajo del cuaderno de la semana pasada Google Classroom. You're going to be turning in last week's notebook work to Google Classroom today. And if you do not attend today's Google Meet, you're going to have an assignment to complete on Flipgrid today, which is one of the things that we're going to be doing on our Google Meet. So this is what you're going to do today to turn in your work to Google Classroom. So you're going to be uploading a picture or pictures, depending on if you can't get it in one, that's fine, of your notebook pages from August 26th, which are those two Venn diagrams that you drew with your notes in English, comparing yourself with two other classmates that you watched as Personas Especiales. And then also you're going to turn in your work from August 28th, which was last Friday, where you wrote 3 questions for 3 different students, and that's a total of 9 Spanish questions that you will turn in. Please make sure before you submit these images that your pages have your name on them, your photos are clear so I can read them, your photos are turned the right way for me to view. I don't want to have to be looking upside down or sideways. Your handwriting is legible. I need to be able to read it. And the assignment requirements are met. So please don't turn in 1 Venn diagram and instead of 2 and 3 or 6 questions instead of 9, because you're not going to get your credit for it. So make sure that you have that finished before you upload it tonight by midnight. Now, if you would prefer, you're welcome to type into a Google Doc, but make sure that you are inserting the correct symbols for your accents, upside down question marks, your tilde over your N, before you submit it. Make sure you have all those things. And if you need help, let me know, but it's pretty simple. If we look, here's our remote learning recap. Let me scroll down here. If I wanted to type a symbol in Spanish, I'll go to Insert, Special Characters, and then where it says symbol, you'll change that to Latin, like Latin American. And you'll scroll down just a little bit to where you see the A with the accent, E with an accent, I with an accent, your tilde. Make sure your accents are going down to the left. And then if you need punctuation, you just change this word from symbol to punctuation or Latin to punctuation. Oops, it's already there. There it is. All done. You can copy and paste symbols once you have them where you need them. Okay, so if you're on Google Meet today, that's all you have to do. Is we're gonna do a little assignment with our notebook from last week with the drawings. We're gonna do live on Google Meet. But if you cannot attend the Google Meet, you're going to be doing this Flipgrid activity that I'm about to explain. But everyone is turning in their notebook work today to Google Classroom. If you go to classwork, it's under week 2, notebook work, and you will just upload your images or attach your document if you typed it. So if you were not on the Meet or cannot make the Meet, we're going to be using this today. So last week you watched classmates' presentations, Personas Especiales, and your tasks, one of your tasks was to create a 10 item collage or drawing for 2 different classmates. So you had to draw 10 items of information around the figure that represents what you learned. You didn't need to turn this in, but we are using it today. So again, if you were on the Meet or will be on the Meet, you do not need to do this. But if you couldn't make it, this is your assignment. So you're going to do a Flipgrid post. If you're in first hour, you will click on this link. If you're in second hour, you'll click on this one. And it's just like the Flipgrid that you did about yourself, but now we're going to do it about a classmate. You're going to use your notes from the drawing activity you completed last week on the 27th. While you were watching your Persona Especial videos and drawing images around it, like these, with your images drawn around it. You're going to choose one of those people, look at those drawings, and you're going to just say out loud in Spanish 10 things that you learned about that classmate. Please include his or her name. And so in order to score a 5 out of 5, you must clearly show your face with your mouth. I have to see it's you. Plus, I'm still trying to get to know you guys, so I really want to see your faces and put a face with a name. You need to make an attempt to speak clearly, loud and clear with good Spanish pronunciation. Describe 10 details in Spanish about the student other than their name. That does not count. Use appropriate verb endings for he or she, as well as the endings for the adjectives. So just think about what you're saying when you're talking about the people, or the person rather, and use no English. So don't even say a number in English. If you don't know how to say something, you don't just blurt it out in English. You practice and prepare for what you're going to say. If there's a word you don't remember, go back and listen to or watch that screencast video of your classmate from that day to see how they said that word. To start it, you can say, mi compañero se llama, my classmate's name is whatever. And then look at the images and tell me in Spanish what you saw and learned about them. And that is all. You'll upload it right to Flipgrid. If you have any questions, be sure to email me or send me a Hangout, Google Hangout. Don't forget that you should have already joined my Google Classroom. You're all in Google Classroom. My Quizlet classroom, and that we had an assignment to do flashcard review on there. And I need your student info Google form if you haven't turned that in yet. And here are our learning procedures for e-learning attached here. So I look forward to seeing you on Google Meet if you are meeting with us today, or if you did already, depending on when you're watching this. Thank you for joining us. And if not, be sure to upload that video to Flipgrid. And everybody, don't forget to upload your notebook assignments from last week that I have requested. Muchas gracias.